What is up, Bomb Squad? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. Today is an awesome day because we are finally going to drive the Maliboom around and enjoy some of the fruits of our labor. Spoiler alert, I have driven it like this much. I drove it to John's house yesterday and just pulled up on him and texted him and he was home, so luckily I got to hang out with him for a little bit. And then I took it to breakfast this morning. And during the week I'll show you what we got done. Well, firstly, this thing made me feel really awkward and silly because it is so new and so shiny. My other mirror broke, and then I had to buy the one with the bow tie because I bought this before Mega Week and they didn't have the other one in stock. So this was more expensive because of that, and I bought it anyway even though I didn't like it. And then I laughed because it's so like shiny and clean compared to what was on there. So we'll have to scuff that down and shoot it black it, you know, we get to paint. But it's funny that I have like this one shiny beacon of junk on there. And then I worked on this during the week. If you follow my Instagram, so we got the sub in, and I struggled with do I make it just bolt it the hell down so it doesn't ever come out, or do we make it removable? And because of location and it's on wires and other stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna have to move this sooner or later. So I did the best of what I thought was both worlds. I had a bunch of rod laying around, so basically made a hinge, tech screwed the hell out of it to this, and then we got a bolt there. So this thing, if you unbolt it, it'll actually swing up. And then this is my quick disconnect. So if you take and unplug this in the RCAs, that stays in the car. And then this all comes out with the subwoofer. So if it passes tech, we'll probably run this thing. We'll see how good I feel about it when we get to the track. But we're not gonna be at the track for quite a while. And I feel this is sufficient for driving around. Like this thing, by the time it rips out and goes places, we have other issues going on. So yeah. And then we have wiring to clean up. I got an extension for my Alexa, so today we'll finalize that. We've got trash and things everywhere, right? And then we don't have a seat, so I'm gonna have to put the seat in and belts, and we'll get that kind of done. And then I have a little wiring on the line lock, which I know I don't need to drive on the street, but because we're got a little wiring to do, we got line lock. And then I would like to get this done, and like I said, if we're gonna have the wiring tools out, I'll just get the rest of the wiring accomplished. But these guys aren't hooked up, and I would like to try to do a little evening driving, I believe. So if it goes good during the day, evening driving obviously is easier because it's cooler and everything out. I expect the car to do well. I've idled it for probably a few hours at least in the driveway, heat cycling and get my fan strategy kind of where I thought I wanted it, and tuning idle and tuning cold start stuff. So today we'll work on drivability, but like I said, we'll just do line lock, that wiring, put some seats in, clean up a bit of wiring. And then the main thing I'm going to probably waste time on, I'm not going to waste your time on, is I went to breakfast in it this morning, and I've been struggling with this. Like, this door drags real bad on here, and I just haven't addressed it because I usually open it one time, we take our trusty stick and we're propping it open, and then Dane's just sitting in here working, right? Like, that's how I've been keeping the door open, because my driveway's on a fall, so it just wants to fall in. But it opens like crap because my boy had to take it off. I've got bars underneath here. So he said when he welded, he pulled the doors off. Well, he's not a body guy. He just slammed it back on and closed and, like, you know, ship it, like Dane can deal with it. And I haven't addressed it because, again, we open it once a day or so to work on it. But now that I have to get in and out, I don't want to wreck my shoulders trying to smash on this thing. And that's funny because that's why this is gone, because the door opened like crap all the time. So from bashing it with my shoulder to get the door open. So I think we'll address that. So once we start riding, I'm not going to address any of this stuff because we're going to have some fun, right? And the passenger door opens great from the inside, but the door handle itself on the outside. So we're going to address getting in and out so my son and I can get in and out. He showed some enthusiasm. He wants to at least go around the block. So I want to make it so he can get in and get out, because if you make it easy and he can do it, then he's more apt to want to do it, versus like if he can't get in and out, he's not going to be excited about that. So we're going to work on that little stuff, kind of clean it up, kind of blow it out, so that way when we're driving we don't get dusted. But the goal is to do a bunch of low speed stuff, take the kid around the block, have some fun with that. If we're feeling froggy and confident, which I think we probably will be by the afternoon, this thing's not going to puke on itself or do anything stupid, I'd like to at least get on off the freeway, see if lockup kind of engages, and then see what kind of temps we're pulling through this radiator system. So far low speed driving around, which I haven't done a ton of it, but it's like 124 I think on on the trans temp, and then with that new electric water pump, that Silverado Burndown brushless fan that you can get yours over at warperformance.com. It stays right around, I have it kick on at 180, and hasn't been over 184, and it's been pretty warm out here. So that system is just slaying it. And then what I'm really hoping is at speed, I want to see what temperature it wants to live at. So if it doesn't want to get under 180, I know that the fan's probably helping. So I want to drive it on the freeway and see where the fan turns off. And then that will set my fan strategy. So that way when we're driving, I want the fans off. So if it goes off under 180, we'll leave it where it is. If it wants to stay at 180, we'll keep bumping it up until the fans go off. So maybe it wants to drive around 185, 187, 160, whatever it is, we will kind of find out today, and I will share that with you as well. So let's do some wiring, fudge with some doors. I'll bring you back as we kind of do the steps, and then really, I'll bring you back when I want to take the boy for a ride. I'm really excited about that too, because like I said, his enthusiasm level for this car hasn't been very high, but I don't know. He'll probably ride in it after today and go, I don't want to get in that turd anymore. But I'm hoping this warms him up. See that? And he loves this thing. And, oh, big news on that. If you didn't watch my thing, my boys at War came through and they sponsored Wes, basically. I'm saying Wes. But this is his brand new Junkyard Fresh. Oh, yeah. You guys got to see the glory. There it is. That's how you know they're good. When you see them like this, they were putting oil in it because it was leaking out. Look at that. This is beautiful. It coats it, protects it. He's got some flat tops in her. So it is a 4.8. Here's some 706 bangers right there. So my boy and I are going to put that together. So he's excited. So that was kind of the final piece of the puzzle for the Pacer, which is a tongue twister. But we got that. Super stoked. And I made a deal. I did some horse trading. And we got the wife an aluminum 6-liter courtesy of my boy Ahmad. So thank you, Ahmad, for that. So life's good. We had motor week this week. We got the car. We're going to be doing some driving. So I'm excited. Let's get to some driving and some doing. Look at this bad boy. Some OE equipment right here. So I pull it out, and then there's a spring that goes here. It's like an additional spring. That helps, I think, push this back or probably keep it from like rattling, or I don't know why, but it's tension when you're pushing on it and against that. So I pulled that off just to make it a little easier. I think when things were new and they worked perfectly, that spring was probably necessary, but now that stuff's kind of worn out and janky. I think a lot of the force you're putting into it, and I think it's a handle because the little rod that shoots out, it wants to like deflect. So I think that's kind of our problem. So maybe I'll have to order new door handles, because this thing, when I latch it and unlatch it, it doesn't take really any force here when you pull on this, but then you can see you got a lot of leverage because it's pulling from way down here, versus this thing has this janky doodad, like it has to push out. Can't even do it. I'm sorry, it has to push up, so it pulls up on there, right? Versus this is just a straight up arm, so the leverage mechanism is different. So this arm is a little bit longer. That would give you a lot more leverage when you pushed on this guy, right? So, but anyway, we're just gonna spray some spray oil on stuff. But again, it works good. I just rinsed it off, and like it's not too bad. It's just the deflection. Again, it's not pushing square on this, so we'll see. I'll see what I can do to get it to work a little easier, line things up. But yeah, it's awesome. Oh, other thing I'll share with you guys. We're doing a ramble video, right? Here's your, if you have a 50s, 60s car with any sort of Phillips, this is your jam. So I stole this idea I found on the internet, because they have those ones where you hammer them, right? And it has a little Phillips in it, and you hit it with a hammer. It's supposed to hit and twist. Those things never work. This thing works 100% of the time, and if this doesn't get it out, it ain't coming out. So I saw this in an old aircraft. It's an old aircraft tool, because they had a lot of Phillips screws back in the day, and those things would get watered up in there. So she's homemade, works like a champ. I don't know if I've ever had this thing out, because I had to bust that out, but I will prove to you guys. Maybe I didn't chew these guys up too bad, right? If you've ever messed with Phillips that have been in a thing for a while, yeah, good luck. Before somebody roasts me in the comments, I realized what this is for after putting oil on it and working it. So that little extra spring, when you engage the lock, it helps this pop back, because you can't pull the lock out if this is forward at all. So that's what it's for. So yeah, it's to keep that in position so you can lock and unlock the car. Otherwise, if this is like that and you try to unlock it, it gets stuck. So we will see what happens, but it feels better after lubing it, so I'll just throw that spring back on so I don't get screwed and have it in some weird position. I can't open my passenger door. So yeah, you need to leave that spring on there if you want to lock and unlock your door. All right, I've got my tester helper. So let's go over here. Passenger side door, sir. So could you open this thing before?
No.
See if you can do it now.
That was way easier.
And then just be nice when you shut it. You don't have to slam it. Just shut it normal.
That was actually
Woo!
way easier though.
Try it again.
How are you able to change that?
Yeah. So now when we go for a ride this afternoon, I don't have to open the door. You can just get in yourself like a human being. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Is it on the driver door?
Driver door is a little harder. You could try that one, but I don't think. So the driver door used to be the easy door,
Yeah.
but now it's hard compared to that one, so I don't think you can do this one.
Yeah.
So Dad, that's Dad's seat anyway, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's to keep Mom out of the driver's seat.
Oh yeah.
If you can't open the door, you can't drive, right?
Yeah, make sure it's more heavier so Mom doesn't really go inside of it.
Knock the dust off the old plate before we put it on. So after pretty much majority of the friggin' day, man, we've got that dude on, so it's legal. I got that painted. We got the doors so they open and close good. I had to go get bulbs and that shit a bunch of time, but now these dudes are legal, so I'm hoping maybe tonight I can roll around like a little bit at least to see, or at least come out and roll around the block just to see the light. And then I just zip tied the Alexa stuff and then threw it up there on Velcro for now. So that's kind of it. So we're gonna go to the gas station because it needs fuel, so I gotta go straight over there. And then that'll allow me to get on a road that does like, I don't know, I think it's like 40 miles an hour is the speed limit, so that'd be kind of cool to see if the thing will cool itself or whatever. And then I'm hoping the boy doesn't want to ride, so I'm hoping he'll ride maybe later, and then maybe Mama will get her in the car too. But we'll get some fuel, roll around a bit more, and let's get this thing out of the driveway. Let's go to the gas station. No fuel. So a nice easy jaunt over there. Make sure we don't run out. Fill her up. Just roll around a little bit. Drink up, little fella. Alright, quick trip down the street, pretty uneventful. We'll throw some fuel in, cruise around a bit. Maybe we'll jump on or off the freeway. I'm going to check on the computer right now and make sure lockup is a thing, and maybe we'll test that. But that's it. Let's go mob around. Put some fuel in this bad boy. I'm sure all of you out-of-staters are curious, but we're at 460, 440, 433, and then we're running on E, so it's not so bad. It's only 260. So that is that. See if lockup works. Here we go, boys. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Down to 176, just cruising along. It's kind of cool out today. I think I'm going to raise it up to like 185 before the fans kick on, and then that'll give me good room, so we have room for it to go down and up and all that without the fans constantly running. See, they're already back on. I don't have them running hard, but they're on, and I want to be able to drive around with them off. So I think 185 is what they'll kick on, and we'll shoot back to the house. I think we're doing good, man. I'm stoked on this thing. That was a successful little jaunt down to the... That makes it even more successful. I love it when you look underneath the fresh build and it's not puking on you. So I'm pretty happy with it. We jumped on, we did lockup. I'm gonna have to work on all those things. It seems like I guess you want it to lock up pretty early. So it's like boo, but then you look at the speedometer and I was already doing like 60 just trying to roll on down on the freeway. No boost, we're not getting crazy. I just need to drive it around and shake stuff down, like I said before, and we'll make sure everything is copacetic. So I'm really not trying to beat on it right now. I want to drive it and enjoy it. But I did raise the fan strategy up. I had it kicking on at like 180 and then at 80% at 185. And normally this car actually ran around a lot hotter than that. We would have it, I'd try to keep it under 200, but we're usually in like the high 90s. So it, like I said, it's warm today, but it's not bad. But I feel like trying to keep it around the 180s a little much, especially when the weather warms up. So we're gonna try to shoot. I have it at 187 now, so I thought that was kind of cool. But so it's at 187, so it kicks on around there, and it should stay around there. But when we're driving, hopefully it'll be under that, and then the fans will kind of kick off. And then obviously around town, slow driving, I was doing like 40. With stoplights, it wasn't enough to let the fan, turn off. So I was like, every time we drive around town, I'm doing like 40. And it was getting enough air to where it would change temp, but it wasn't dropping drastically. But I was like, we're going to have to up it. So, and I think if anything, maybe we'll go up like another 3 degrees, maybe 190. I think that's more than acceptable. As long as you kind of keep it under 200, you're not really baking it. And I should probably kick it up to 190 anyway. But we'll see how 187 works, and then we'll try to take it out on like a hot day. So let me see if the boy is ready, and we can at least just drive around the neighborhood. Get on in, sir. Watch your head.
Bunk my head on.
Sit down.
Still can't really see out the window.
Yeah, you're way better. Remember last time you were in here? I don't think you can see over the door. I can see you. Can you see over here? Yeah, you can see.
No, I can't. I can't see the road.
You don't even see the road. You're not driving.
I am.
Alright, we got my man buckled in, so here you go. There you go, camera guy.
Let's make him get all the effort in. Make it a safe drive.
You gotta see what you're pointing the camera at. So my man requested no jams. No jams. Right?
Yep.
Why is that?
I don't like it.
What do you think so far?
Good.
You can film yourself.
No.
You just gonna film my arm?
Film your arm.
See, it's not so bad.
Has a better suspension in it, so ours is longer.
Is it better than you remember?
Yeah.
Besides it being loud?
Not as loud.
Not as loud?
Yeah.
Sure you don't want jams?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We can play Guardians of the Galaxy
No.
soundtrack.
No.
We can play Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Run.
No.
We can play the Big Butt song. You want to hear the Big Butt song?
That's what you like.
You want to hear Sir Mix-a-Lot? Yeah?
No.
You want to jam it?
No. Wrong way holding the camera, Dad. Very much the wrong way.
What do you think?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Was it as good as you thought? Worse? Better?
Better.
Would you ride in it again?
Yeah.
Do you want to go faster in it?
Yeah.
Do you want to go get topos? Want to wait for a pizza? I think we're early.
Sure.
Okay. Topo Chicos and pizza. Perfect trip.
What he likes. So yeah.
All right, wait. Let's see this. Open the door.
That's the easier part, even when the car was normal.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was just the outside, huh?
Yeah.
Operation Get Pizza was a success. Come on, give me a better high five than that. That was. There you go. That's my man. Opening the door and everything. Here, let me grab those pizzas. All right, well, Operation Get Pizza was a success. We will wrap this video here unless I can convince the better half to go for a ride later. But I don't know if I want to film because I think that she may want to try driving the thing. But if she tries to drive it, I will film and we'll be terrified together and I'll just tell her to take it easy. If not, we'll wrap this thing. So I figured we'd wrap this video with a night drive. We're going to turn the lights on and see how it works. The wife showered and she's like, I'm not getting in that freaking hot car. But it looks like we got another volunteer, so he's going to go with me around the block. So, all right, well, we'll just shine the camera out and see what it looks like. We'll get this thing fired off and then maybe back it up a little bit and I can go around and show you guys the lights. But I'm pretty excited to see because, I mean, I couldn't see nothing before. So I'm hoping those new LED boys are awesome. They're already like way better and brighter. Well, if you can see the high, that's normal. I think they're pointed a bit too high. They're like up in the tree. Look at that. Wow. That's wild. These things look awesome.
Rolling through the streets, yeah, I'm the king of the block. Got that dragon dry style, make your whole city rock. Maliboom gangster, with a touch of finesse. I'm burning rubber, raising hell, feel the heat, no stress. Turbo LS, under the hood, I'm moving quick. Nicky tires grip the road, make them stick like a trick. She, sloppy tune, we got a hit in 08. In the war performance parts all over the place. The bomb squad's